What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome back to another episode of Yimbo Buys Everything. That's right, this is my channel, Yimbo Reviews Everything, and this is my Sunday podcast about life and toys. I can't believe I'm so excited to have my guest host on today that I'm totally botching my intro, but that's okay because that's what we do here. We have fun, and we are going to have a ton of fun tonight, hanging out, talking about toys, maybe doing some unboxings, and just catching up on everything. This is my guest tonight, my special guest host, is my toy hunting buddy. He is my mezco dealer. He is just an all-around amazing guy. I get my news updates from him, and he's the best. So he is part of, here we go, Toymigos Assemble, baby. So D Blake makes sign. Don't forget to treat your shelf. But he's part of Toymigos and Chatmigos Assemble. Here he is, my friend Dave. What is up, Lago Figs? How are you, man?
What's up, Jay? How you doing, bud?
Good, dude. Great. You like my little intro for you?
I was gonna say thank you for you hyping me up, dude.
Yeah, you're the best, dude. I love you so much. This is gonna be a blast. That's why I was like, when I like this morning, I was like touching base. I'm like, anything you want to talk about, whatever. And he's like, nah, we're just gonna hang out. And it's like, yeah, we have such a good time when we go toy hunting, which we do need to get back into. We have ToyCon coming up. You've been in the still infancy, like withdrawal mode.
I know, man.
And working on Lago Land back there. Jeez Louise. Look at that's gorgeous, dude. I can't believe. Oh.
Look at that, one of your pictures right there.
Wonderful. Oh, that's awesome, man. Very cool. So we have some friends in the chat already. So hold on a second. Here we go. Sequential Plastic. What's going on, Zach? Thanks for you beat everybody to the punch. Love it. My man Carlos, Cal the Collector. Thanks for joining, man. Yimbo time. What's going on, Yimbo Maniacs? I love it. Buckaroo Banzai. Hello. Rabbit's Den Collectibles. Yeah, let's go. Target clearance finds.
Oh man, yeah.
That's the name of the game these days, isn't it?
Right now, yep.
Oh my god. And then Trevor, our boy, 1-6 shooters in the house. What's going on, Trevor? And Copper State Bricks, my boy Wyatt. Hello. Oof, I am so excited. I'm so excited. This is great. I don't know about you. Like, when was your spring break? Did you just have spring break?
Today's the last day.
Me too. Okay, so we both enjoyed a lovely week off. And I went super hard on the socials, and then Friday rolled around, and I was like, I looked at my screen time. I went, oh boy. So this weekend, I kind of chilled a little bit. I mean, like today, show day, so I was on the Insta a lot. But yeah, it felt good. It was cool. Like I would love to do this full time, but then I don't. So yeah, I needed that like little break. So Friday, I kind of just mellowed out. And then, just family time this weekend. It's been good. We did go to Target this morning, our toy haven, so that's where we can start today. I'm trying to think what day I went. Was it Friday? I think Friday I went to our other toy spot, our other toy Target. So I actually lucked out. Have you been finding good deals for things lately?
You know what I was looking for throughout the week was not this week. I think it was last week. This week I think I took a chill pill. But like last week, I was looking a lot for like the G.I. Joe. Even though I don't do G.I. Joe, but just like the price with what you get for $20.
Yeah.
So I was looking for those, and I actually got lucky and got the Duke with the motorcycle and the Storm Shadow, the Snake Eyes with
Timber. I love that set because that's the one with the scarf, right? Is that the scarf?
Yeah, with the Afghan, right?
Yeah, and the brown pants. I love that. That's like my favorite Snake Eyes now, and I love that Timber. So that Duke is interesting. I remember joking in one of our group chats because I'm like, which Target was that? Because I had it in hand, and I was, of course, my conscience, aka my wife, was like, you have that other G.I. Joe bike, and you never shoot it. The one from Breaker. And I was like, you're not wrong. So I had the $20 box in my hand, and it was the plastic, or not the plastic, the tape was cut. So I opened it up. I'm like, oh no, everything's still in here. Okay. And she's like, do you really need it? So I would have absolutely walked out if I was alone, but I was with my conscience, and she reminded me it was true. I don't have a Duke, but he's also like same deal. Like, I don't know, for you just grabbing it for $20, like that's a great snag.
Yeah, my thing was like I don't really do G.I. Joe much, but again, like the value was there. And
Yeah.
I was like, this would be a good like entry to see how they are. Like, what's the hype all about? And I really wanted the snake eyes because the
Mhm.
timber. I wanted like
Right.
an articulated like wolf or
And the two
whatnot,
heads, man. Two head
and the
sculpts.
two heads and
And it
everything.
could, and you can move its butt around. Like it
Yeah,
has a whole, like,
yeah.
really is good. It's like
And like I wanted to open it up with my son, something that like we could enjoy together. Something like
yeah.
some, but so I bought the snake eyes full price because
Oh.
I do this thing where like I buy it full price, I don't open it,
Okay.
and if I see it on clearance, then I do the
Deal.
you know.
I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's I
yeah, yeah.
mean I don't think there's anything wrong with that, to be honest.
Dude, it's
But
there's
you know,
not, because it's
if
price matching. It's a price adjustment.
you're
That's how
a
I
price
look at it.
adjustment, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because like I know that around where we're at,
Mhm.
the clearance sales take about a week for them to hit us compared
Yeah.
to like PA, because I follow Disavowed action figures a lot.
Oh,
I
he's
watch his
great.
toy
Yeah.
hunts all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Disavowed. And whenever he gets a clearance, that
Mhm.
means in about a week or two we're gonna get it. So I start
Yeah.
looking, and yeah, I had the snake eyes just in case, and then I found it, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do. And
Yeah.
then I saw the Duke as well. I tried the Duke out. It was $20.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
You can't, and those are really great entry points to Joe's, especially for your son. You know, like just as cool figures. Like that's why I have a whole tub of them now. Like I'm not even super into Joe's, but like I love them. Like I love them as toys. The drop down hips, they have great articulation. And I have the Hiss tank coming. So like,
Oh wow,
yeah, I know.
you're all in.
I know, for a line that, like, I mean, that's why I've been kind of chilling out lately. I mean, of course, I still got a couple new ones. Like, if you ever see Zarana, like, she's really
Okay.
she's awesome. But yeah, like, I've been slowing down. I still got a bazooka. I still got the mustached bearded guys like Rakondo and Outback. I mean, I guess I haven't slowed down that much.
Yeah,
I've
you
been
know,
trying.
like my thing with Joe's is like, for me, because it's not so nostalgic for me because I didn't collect Joe's when I was a kid. I didn't really watch the
Sure.
show or anything like that. But if I see them on a good deal, why not?
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's basically what I do with them. You know, I get them. I think I have like a alley viper or a viper, one of those soldiers.
Well,
I don't
I
know.
know
They
at
go for
our
like nine
Target.
bucks.
What about those Python Patrol or the bats? Because like I bought one of those for like $11. You know, like
Yeah,
I already had a full price one, and I was like, well, I guess I'll get a second one now.
yeah. No, I mean that's what I like about. That's what I do with with like retail shopping. It's more of a clearance hunt for me
Hmm.
usually now,
Yeah,
because
that's
like
good.
the stuff that I really want, I already have on pre-order usually. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I know, and I mean, you and I probably have both been burned quite a bit. Like I don't know how many
oh
times I've walked through Target, like Masters of the Universe stuff that I bought for $32, and then it's 12 or 9. I'm
forget
like,
it.
what
Yeah,
did I do? So
yeah,
I've been
yeah.
trying to, like, that's it's been easier for me to say no to new stuff. Like I actually saw the comic book Yondu today, and I was like, not for full price. There was 3 of them, and I'm like, I can wait it out, and if I don't, it's okay. But I'm looking at all the clearance stuff. So we have, hold on a second. So, you know, Trevor said, Yimbo and Lago. Yeah, this is a great tag team, everybody. Why it's going on. Yeah. Oh, Danny, my friend Toy Addict
What up?
17. Captain McKay. He just did a
Whoa.
fantastic. I have to go comment on his thing after the show, but he just put out a new stop motion. That guy is like, I'm sure you know him. His stuff is
Yeah,
awesome.
of course.
And we also had I watched his Batman and Superman, his Mezco Keaton review, and I was like pleased that we had a similar sentiment about the Keaton figure. Like ultimately, we love it. Did you get that one, by the way? We'll
Yeah, I
talk
was
about it.
gonna like me. I didn't watch any reviews. I was waiting
Yeah,
for it. Like I saw posts online and stuff like that,
sure.
but like
Yeah.
reviews, I didn't want to see anything. I wanted to kind of come up with it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I got it.
Okay. All
It's
right.
one
We'll
of
get.
those. I like it a lot. I
Yeah,
like it a lot. I like it's a different experience.
we'll get
It's a
to it.
little
We'll get to it.
okay, okay,
Save it.
okay.
Well,
Yeah,
because I want to show my little case that I bought for it too.
a case.
I bought a. Trust me, yeah, I'm a lunatic. All right, so Clintastic, what's going on, Clint? Thank you for joining us tonight. Captain McKay said, my friend sent me the new Mattel Ultimate Edition Bret Hart. It's so nice. Mattel keeps killing it. Ringside sent me the black jacket Brett, and well, they didn't send me. I bought them, but I
was
just
gonna
had
say, I
them.
was like, oh
No,
snap.
I'm not a ringside guy. No, I bought Brett, AJ, and Razor. So I love that Ultimate line, and those three guys, I'm super amped.
I just
So
pre-ordered Razor on Target. They went up, so
yeah,
and I'm
and
waiting.
you
Whenever I see Brett, I'm gonna pick it up too.
and you know what? Like, if I see, I figure like those figures, same thing. Like, if they roll in and I see the all pink Brett, then like probably grab them. But like,
So
I'm leaving them to the hunt. I'm leaving them to the hunt.
what are the I didn't look into it too much, but what are the variants for these? With the Razors, their variant, and the Brett, there is a variant too.
There's I think there's a purple type. I see they're up in my closet right now. I think the Razor I got is the yellow one, and I think there's a purple one. If you're in the chat, oh, here we go. So like Machu Toys here, help us out, Machu. What are the differences between the all pink Brett? I think there's one less head, honestly, which was like kind of like weird. But what are the differences between the two Bretts out and the two Razors out? If anybody knows, that would be awesome. No chewings in the house. What's going on, my man? No, I do not have a ringside code. No. Although my friend Roma Toys does. Roma Toys 89 does. Let's see. J Shot got me both Ultimate Bretts and the first Ultimate Sean. That's right. And Carlos is saying I need that pink Brett. Yeah, so like I think it's gonna be like Toy Father just found it up in Massachusetts in a Target, and he's like, "Do you want me to grab it for you?" And I was like, "No," because this one just came in, and I was like, "I'll hold off." And I'm like I said, you got to leave some stuff for the hunt.
Yeah.
So speaking of, I just wanted to wrap up our little Target clearance because I was super pumped today. I actually passed, Dave, on another one. So I passed on that Duke.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had Atom Smasher, the big mega fig from McFarlane. It was $12. And I had it in the cart and I got all the way to the checkout. And then I made the decision. I went to my wife. I'm like, I'm going to put him back. And she goes, you have a lot of those big ones that you never shoot. And I'm like, I know. And like Black Adam, like I don't want to hate that movie. Like I didn't dislike the movie, but I also didn't fall in love with it like I hoped I would. And I have watched it twice to really like, I love The Rock. So it didn't do it for me, you know? And like, it's true. That would just be another big boy that would just sit here. So I passed on him, but for $13.99, I did get Zerg.
Cool. Yeah, I've seen that you're getting a whole bunch of these like Buzz. You got the spaceship too, right? Or something?
Yeah, like I mean, it's so funny. I have that SH Figure Arts figure, and I love it so much. And yeah, I've just been getting like the utility vehicle, the plasma drill, like anything Buzz related. And
you're all in on Buzz.
I'm all in on this. Only clearance Buzz. I'm all in on clearance Buzz. That's too funny. All right, so Captain McKay says Razor is yellow. Okay, so that's the one I have, and there's a purple one.
Okay.
Brett is a totally different figure with new engineering. What?
Right. Okay, because they came out with Brett in the beginning of the Ultimates line. And that one has like a bang on his face, kind of like his.
Yeah.
And I think that's the old one. And now they came up with a new one.
Interesting.
That's why I was wondering. I was like, hey, is there another? Because I know there was a variant for Razor. I didn't know what color. Now I know purple.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But
so the purple's the shape.
Oh, there's one for Brett too. But no, it makes sense now. It's the old toy or figure and then the new one.
Interesting. Good. So it's funny that Toy Father, again, in one of our chats, was he left Target. He said there were 4 there, and he ended up getting one for West Coast Machu. Or he was gonna get another one. He was gonna get Customs by Machu. He was gonna get one for West Coast, and when he went back, immediately like they were gone already. So we'll have to see. Like I said, I'm happy leaving it to the hunt because I don't shoot them enough, but I love wrestling and I love having these figures. So
speaking on Ultimates, I actually, since we're talking about wrestling figures, I'm kind of into. I actually really want to get the Nitro entrance, and so I was like, what? Let's take a look at Amazon. They had Goldberg for $20.
Yeah. So that Ultimate's great.
So I picked up Goldberg. And and then I saw like this has nothing to do with today, but then I saw Bray Wyatt's The Fiend Ultimate for like 18, and I was like, maybe some other time. Next day, shot up for 20, like 30, 35. I'm like,
yeah, but that's still. I just saw him maybe it was Big Bad. They had their weekend sale,
Mm-hmm.
and he was back down around $20. He's one that I've been looking at for so long, but it's just like my real life, like how I got super into the Fiend when he came out, and then they've just killed him over and over again.
That's when I got into like after like when he got burned and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, that's over, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So like same deal. Like every time I see it for 20, I'm like, oh, the Fiend, and then I go, oh, the Fiend, and then I just pass on him.
Yeah.
Realm of Toys in the house. Realm, do me a favor. We were just talking about ringside codes. You have one, so I want to make sure I get it right. So everybody, Realm of Toys does have a ringside code. And then let's see. Captain McKay says the looks are different, so both Bretts are worth having, but the new one is so much more advanced articulation-wise.
There you go.
Well, now I feel like a silly goose but you know what? They hit Massachusetts. I feel like it's just a matter of time. It'll be within the next. Yeah,
they're gonna like Ultimates back in the day, like when during the Triple H Ultimates. When those were kind of hard to find, Triple H. And
well, Batista drove me nuts. You remember dying for Batista, and then I ended up like there was a plethora.
There was just
yeah.
So like I think after the Hollywood Hogan, that's when you started seeing a lot more Ultimates. Like they're readily available around. So
that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm like I'm cooling out on like rushing to get it. All right. So Machu says feels better than the old one, especially with the updated articulation. And then let's see. Yeah, don't worry, Yimbo, it'll be like Batista. No, it will not be like Batista. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just gonna be flooding stores. And again, like my buddy Agent our mutual friend George, our friend Agent Variant, is always saying, just have patience. Your patience will be rewarded in the toy world. And like, here's one. I pre-ordered that Obi-Wan Kenobi, like the Tibidon station figure. I just grabbed him for $8, $8 on Friday. And I was just like a last second, like, let me just peek at the Star Wars stuff. And it's like, oh, and like, this is a really cool one. And like, he's got the backpack and the cloth goods thing for $8. Like I had him pre-ordered for that full $25 price. I saw him for 18 and I'm like, no, still no.
Yeah.
And here is my last Target purchase for, again, this came out for the same thing, $8. I got the Flashpoint Aquaman.
Call it the Brock Lesnar Aquaman.
Brock Lesnar. That is great. That is a great the Brock Lesnar Aquaman. And you know what? That's a cool looking cyborg. I got him for $8 because I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna try to build Cyborg now. Who else is in the wave? It's Superman. It's the Superboy. Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know. Like that's again, there are lines that I just wait for clearance. There are people that say like, oh, if you just wait for clearance, why would you even buy it? It means you don't even want it. It's not like that. It's more of a like, I want it, but I'm not willing to pay that full price type of thing.
Exactly. Well, like we always say, it's whatever this stuff is worth, whatever is somebody willing to pay for it. Doesn't mean it's any less awesome, And if it's full price to you, then go for it. If it's aftermarket, then go for it. It's whatever you are willing to pay for it. And here we go. Realm of Toys. That's it. Realm 89. There it is. Saves that 10%. There you go, Frankie boy. Let's see. So Carlos got that Triple H. That was an interesting one too. But I have the DX one with the really bad. Well, not the Motorhead beard.
That weird beard, right?
So I was like looking at that Triple H again because I was looking at Ringside today for a Tony Schiavone figure with the chair.
Because I need one.
Because I need a chair. Here we go. I'm going to show you my second cam. Boop. Here, let's see if I can make this bigger for you.
You're all into the Mario now, huh?
Oh, dude. My son is all in. So I've got some stuff that I was going to bring up and talk to you today about, ask you if you got into any of those mythic figures. But this, we'll save that for later because I've talked about them before, but it's a little like pro tip for toy photographers. This is not a casket. It looks like the casket, but this is from Amazon. It is the broadcaster's table. And I literally have this container now of different stuff that I'm going to be using for like a makeshift Batcave until I finish building my diorama. And it was cool because it came with 2 of these little monitors. So I have 2 of those now. I already had one, so now I have 3. So I'm basically like gonna be stacking these up as Batman thing, like Batman computers.
That's from Jurassic Park, right?
The Jurassic Park, yeah.
I have that one.
Dude, look at that. That was from God, this is from the Dark Knight, like 5-inch figure line, but it's like a massive briefcase and it has stuff. I mean, it's like the stuff inside doesn't scale, but it's cute. But yeah, I look at this. I figure I'll throw in a Terminator arm because that's just
you never know. In the Batcave, there's a bunch of random stuff.
Right.
You gotta get a big penny and.
Yeah, so this is going to be like the desk for my Bat computer because I can only build so much. I can carve out this foam to the best of my ability, but I need help. I don't have props. Like
That's
I don't
really
have
cool though.
I don't have a 3D printer.
You create the Batcave and stuff.
Yeah, so I was looking for a chair to use with this for Batman, and like I was looking at those Tony Schiavone because he and Jim Ross come with the announcer chairs. And I wanted to show this too. So not that there we go. Just letting people know that this is a thing. Again, this is just so I have an Amazon page and I do put stuff like this is dioramas and accessories. So in here, everybody, if anything that I ever talk about, if you're interested, you can go through here and find the things that I'll talk about. But like here, this is what I just grabbed, the black and gray commentator table. No big deal. Just wanted to show you that it was there.
That's really no. I think that's really cool. I didn't know they sold commentators out tables like that.
Yeah, I think it's from Ringside. I think they make their own little like accessory stuff. But yeah, so it was good. Like I got the dumpster from there for my diorama back there from like say the same set. Like if you just look up WWE accessories usually at Amazon, or like I said, you can go to Yimbo Reviews Everything. My storefront has all of the things for dioramas and props, etc., etc. Let's see. Drum just said I just got that Tony with the chair. He's really cool. Yeah, he's 25 on Ringside. He was like 35 on the Target app, but sold through Ringside. So I was trying to see what else was there, and that's where I was going with. Where was I going? That's where I was going with the as the thought leaves my brain. Oh, the Triple H with the chainmail. I was like looking at it again on Ringside, and
he's
like,
good, man. I have him. I like him.
Yeah, he's a good one.
He's the essential Triple H. You know, he had the chainmail, he had the water bottle, and that's like Triple H from when we were like.
That's true. That was Attitude Era. That was taking Stephanie through the drive, the wedding chapel.
Dude, like we're speaking so much on wrestling, but I've gotten into. I watch it every Monday and Friday with my son. Like
nice.
Really
okay. Yeah.
But like with figures wise, I want the Nitro entrance.
That's right.
I want the ring. I want the ring from the Raw ring they have.
Oh, which one?
Kane.
With Kane. Yeah.
I'm thinking again of that, man. But it's just like, where am I gonna put this thing? Like
authentic scale rings. I have an NXT one back when Toys R Us closed down. So I got it for $50. It was super lucky. That thing is it's massive.
That's so,
it is massive.
What am I gonna do with it? But like
I know, but it's awesome.
If say the Nitro entrance funds, and then all of a sudden they come out with the Raw's War entrance.
Yeah,
and then you get the both rings, like that's Monday Night Wars, Like,
yeah. So have you backed? That's something I can actually check out to see where they are. I know that Kickstarter.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see where it goes. I think last time I checked it was at 40%, but they changed everything. Like now you get the Ray and Big Papa Pump. I think.
That's right. Here we go. Let's check it out real quick. Might as well keep this going because you know what, it's been
the mathematician
thing is awesome.
Scott Skyner.
All right, so yeah, 41% funded.
41. It didn't go up.
So what do you think that their mistake has been? Did they go the way of the HasLab, the Charger? Do you think, or what? Where's the resistance coming from this one? The price point, obviously, I think is
that's
turning people away.
I think it's very niche,
right?
Like,
look how many lights. I mean, like this is crazy cool.
It's WCW Nitro, so not a lot of
What are your thoughts? What are you thinking about why they're having so much trouble?
That like it, Like,
wait, hold on a second. Oh, did my thing? Are you muted? Am I muted?
I don't know. Can you hear
Oh
me?
no. Okay. Sorry. Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, my thing is like I think that the price is a bit high.
Okay.
Space, it's very big
Yeah.
for some people, and I think WCW is not everybody's thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think it'll hit. I think by the end it'll get to where it's supposed. I don't think it's gonna go past the Rey Mysterio. And I'd love DDP, like to get
The
the DDP.
dude, the DDP is for me. Like, I would love this Ultimate. Where is he? Oh man, look at that. Like,
Yeah, man,
he's great. The people's
looks so
champion.
good.
He's the
Yeah,
people's champion. Oh, I love DDP.
you know, like that's the thing. Like, but it's so good, man. It looks great. It looks perfect.
Yeah.
You can switch the light like features around, and they have different like sequences, and you can make it smaller so it fits in different areas. Like it's
Oh,
a
really?
yeah.
I
There's
didn't.
a way to make it so it doesn't take up much more space.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is neat. I'm glad that they included. I'm glad that they are trying to do things like Big Papa Pump. That was a great addition to like throw in there. I feel like they might have to bite the bullet and maybe include a couple more because I feel like kind of like when the HasLab didn't, was closing in and people were dropping down, or when
Yeah,
Mephisto was when that was like, I feel like honestly the HasLab probably could have been saved if they just said, screw it, we're just giving you all the figures, and I think it would have been funded. Like
yeah.
looking
I
back.
I think with this one they're trying because now it's Ray. You get Ray and Scott Steiner for that
Yeah.
first that goal, that first goal, whatever. Um, and honestly, most people, from what I'm speaking for everybody, but from
Sure, of course.
what I've seen, they're not too fond of like the Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior too much. They want the DDP, the Scott Steiner, the
Yeah,
WCW guys.
right.
It would be like for me, my dream Rey Mysterio would be the Rey Mysterio with the Spider-Man outfit. He used to be in the video game, the 64 video game.
Yes,
Like
yes.
that, if they would have done that, that would have been so great. But
I mean, this is still very cool. First appearance, Ray.
yeah,
I mean, that's still nice. But yeah, in the chat, everybody, who would you have rather seen from WCW? Like, this has been like, I'm in a group chat. We do a wrestling group chat, and we have our collaborations that we do every so often. And like these guys, this has been a huge talking point. I know Frank's in there, so yeah, let us know who else like you would have wanted to swap out, because I agree, like Warrior, even though I'm wearing a Warrior shirt today, but Warrior I would have definitely cut. And that Hogan, like there's so many
that's the
Hogans,
reason. Like
so many
if there
Hogans.
weren't so many of them, I'd be
Yeah,
all about it. But like you could get a Hogan or a Warrior anywhere. Like there's so many.
yeah. Let's see. Just going through the chat real quick. Just going back real. So like Rabbit's Den, can't wait to build that cyborg. Let's see. So the newer scale rings are smaller than the previous scale rings, thankfully for space reasons. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, so that's good to know that like if you did go for one of those Raw's War, I mean, like they're still big though. It's still a
Yeah.
commitment for space. That is for sure, no matter what. Realm is going Lago. How many hot toys you got back there?
I
we'll
don't
have to
know.
do
I
a
have
little tour maybe.
one day.
um and then let's see. So Machu backed it. Dude, I've been on the fence about it. It's
I
it's
told
neat. It's neat.
Chamba from Toy Amigos, I'm like, if you
Yeah.
back it, I back it. He's like, no, mate, then you're not gonna be able to back it. I'm not back. He's like, he likes it a lot and stuff, but he
Yeah.
doesn't. I don't think he's gonna get it.
Okay. And you know what,
But
like
I think I am. I think I am.
yeah.
It's just so. I used to every Monday. That was Mondays, dude. Like you
Yeah,
go
I
back
know.
and forth, and
The back and forth, man. That was that's
so good.
what
So
the struggle. It's so funny because like because we're part of that little, like, I just been watching videos, people talking about how like the elder millennials, like the 82 85 or 79 to 8, whatever, that 80 to 85, like we're these like daywalkers. That was the term that this one guy called us, that like people that understood pre-internet life, like what life was like, and then grew up with it, and they know how to effectively communicate via all of these forms. Like these are the daywalkers.
Man, we lived through a lot, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
God, like that's why American Pie. If whenever I watch that, like kids, like my kids, if I show that to them as they get older, like that's gonna be one of those like, oh, I don't want to see this old, like, what is it? I don't get any of these references. But
Yeah.
meanwhile, like the scrambled TV screen, for instance,
Oh yeah.
between what he was watching and between WWF pay-per-views, like scrambled TV. I was trying to.
TV. You're right, dude. That everybody did it.
Everybody did. So Captain said, I think the choices are fine, but they could have just made the cost lower and eliminated Hogan and Warrior altogether. I suppose a singles Booker T, that could have been very cool.
Yes.
Carlos saying an Outsiders or Red and Black Sting. That would be neat. Or Macho. I want to see Malenko and WCW Eddie.
Dean Malenko.
Oof. Yes. See, like that, like
if they would have done like all the cruiserweight type of things, like Juventud Guerrero,
right?
Ultimo Dragon, La Parka.
Psychosis. Yes, La Parka, dude. Give me an Ultimates La Parka. Like, what are they thinking? Like, that's what I mean. Like, nobody
so well, man. They brought those guys in, and you're like, "What's this? I've never seen anything like this." You know?
That's, I mean, like to this day. I mean, this is why I fell in love with Ring of Honor when I first went to a show. Like that Lucha Libre style. They're just the high flyers. Like, God, El Dandy. That's my El Dandy. That'd be a great one. And it's true. Characters we haven't gotten yet. You can get older Outsiders figures, and those would sell in their own right. And then Frank said, "There's so many guys I don't think they will ever make." It's such a bummer. It's such a bummer because the potential's there. They have the licensing, I would assume. Man, you know what really talking about Lucha Libre is I have the AEW Supreme Cody, which I really like that figure.
That's the one
swappable legs and the jacket.
I love that thing.
So good. So I was looking at what their next way. So like there's a Kenny Omega that I was like tempted about today. And then they'll have the Lucha Bros. So, and it's Phoenix and they have the big headpieces, and it's they have their sports jacket, the Lucha Bros, like athletic varsity jackets. They were really tempting. They're really tempting.
They're great. I'm looking at the chat. Some people are talking about different Alex Wright. I'm thinking Disco Inferno, dude.
Oh, yes, there's Machu with the Disco Inferno. Yeah.
He said it.
That's
Disco Inferno, dude.
You know what? Whose name? Glacier keeps coming up. Glacier would be a sick one, right? Like, like in chats, I could say.
Going back to those like Ray Phoenix and all that stuff. There's this Ultimate Rey Mysterio that's a Walmart exclusive that has like a whole headpiece gonna come out too.
Oh, that's right.
An Ultimate Eddie Guerrero, but it's sold out like right away.
I know. I missed that. I missed those two. I missed them.
You know what's, dude? You know what I wanted? The coolest Build-A-Figure ever was the Dominic Mysterio.
The little
kid. Like if you had Eddie and Ray and you had the little Dominic.
Oh my God. I know.
If I could find that Dominic like built for a good deal, I'd pick it up.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to get all those figures, dude. I just want the Dominic.
That was the thing, right? I wanted baby Dominic. I didn't need the rest of them. I didn't need the rest of them. Machu's saying that the AEW Supreme figures are better than WWE figures. And you know what? Like, as much as I love the Ultimates, even just a standard AEW figure, you do get more articulation from like the lower waist. And and that's what he's saying, articulation.
Yeah, my son just got a Cody, an AEW Cody with the suit.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
and you can take off the jacket, and there's so much articulation under there.
Yeah,
and like and smoother. They feel a lot smoother than the Mattel figures.
It's buttery. It's butter. Yeah, it is very nice. But they hold like they're just really impressive. So you're like, hold on a second. I didn't even get to do this for a second. I gave you the big intro, but I also want people to know about what they could expect if they are meeting you for the first time tonight. So I'm gonna show up your Instagram just to let everybody know, because you are my toy news. You are obviously one of my main toy news guys.
Oh, thanks.
But Lago Figs, so Lago_Figs. If you are just meeting Dave for the first time, like this is where I get the majority, and it makes me so happy. I've told you before, when people share your posts in like group chats, I'm like, my boy Dave.
Thanks for sharing, guys.
Yeah. Because that does help. Just for the record, if you send posts even in group chats, that counts as shares towards helping. We're all talking about always, supporting one another.
I try to post like a variety of things. Whatever I find that's pretty cool, I post. Like that's You know, you know, sorry for like Star Wars people. I don't do a lot of Star Wars,
Mhm.
you know, but like it's just whatever toy news, third party stuff is always fun.
Oh,
You
dude, that's
know,
what I was gonna say. The stuff that you joke about, or
there,
they were just like your commentary on these third-party figure names, or just they crack me up. It's one of my favorite things when you.
there was one today, like Cuban assassin or something like ooh, what? There's crazy names. Man.
But this one, I actually threw this post up when I had opened up. It was day 2 of my Keaton Mezco ownership, because like I did my unboxing last Sunday where I was just mesmerized and then terrified, and then the next day I was, thanks to like posts like this, I was able to really understand the movement of this toy. But anyway, yeah. So guys, like, you know, by all means, like Dave is awesome. His account is spectacular. So just wanted to
Yeah,
share with it. So
that picture, by the way, the picture is not mine. I get credit. It's
sure,
on
right.
Facebook and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
whoever that is, I don't want to take credit for it. But yeah,
No, that's right.
if I find things on Facebook or whatever, I post them. And I usually say like not my photo, just in case. You know.
By the way, I would like this Wonder Woman jet when I see it.
Is it? Yeah, the clear plastic. I love that.
Yeah, because I have all the other vehicles, and I have just about all of the like I've just been buying them. My kid's not even into them. I keep saying, "Oh, it's for my kids," but like they're just for me. They're little. I'm buying them for little Jimmy, little Yimbo.
You know, there's I found speaking of those superpowers figures, I
Yeah.
found a dark side for like $2 at Walmart.
Yes,
Like, $2. Well,
I already had them. I already had them, but I did see it for like it was 4 when I saw them, and I'm like, is it 4? I'm like, God, for $4, it's worth just buying a second one. I was like, no, see, I'm still being good now. It was last year, definitely 2 years ago. Oh, Rabbit's said, based on your page, said he needs those sharks.
Oh yeah. Lago News Network. I like that. I
Right?
gotta start like hiring some guys. Like, okay,
Yeah, the Lago.
You're the import guy. You're the domestic guy. Lago News Network.
That's good. It's good stuff. Frank was saying that. Let's see. You just got the black, the Kenny,
Malachi
the Alistair Black.
Oh,
Yeah, or Malachi Black and Omega. All right, because that was the other wave that I'm like, ooh, that's wave 2. Yeah, all those Supreme figures are really awesome. I'm
the
definitely
Cody
into
is like, for me, like I'm wondering how the ultimate Cody could beat that Supreme Cody. Other than the cloth goods, I'm like, because that different legs, the jacket, the shirt, you have everything you could think of with the Cody in that thing.
It's I thought that was an interesting. I mean, like, you know, I didn't get it myself. Like, that wasn't another back, like a creation one. Like you had to, they were gonna build to order or something.
I don't
when
know.
That came out.
I don't know if that's the case. That sucks because I want one now.
Yeah. What's going on, Pat? The Patman 13. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, this is great. Matches. I would say Lago World Order.
LWO.
But yeah, the WWE would be on you. That's true. We don't want to mess. Not trying to have any copyright violations over here. That's funny.
I should just wear the shirt, the LWO shirt, and tape Lago over Latino.
That would be amazing. That would be awesome. I would be into that. So I wanted to. Did you get? I know you're a video game guy, a video game figure wife. You know, and you buy for your son, like just like I do, buy for our kids. So I just wanted people to know, and I want to give credit to 88 Figs for. I think he was the one that originally told me this, but this little Flower Mario, if you heat up his hands, you get fists for the movie Mario. So that's cool. What I did there. Whoop. I just wanted to give a little fun fact, because, you know, like these are the hands that he came with. You know, so this was the left hand for Mario. I'm sorry, right? No, left hand. That's right. And then this is the flashlight holding hands for Luigi. Did you get any of these toys?
My son got the Bowser. Actually, right after we watched the movie, went straight to Target. He got the Bowser. He loved it. That thing is awesome.
Dude, the Bowser my son was playing with tonight, he's always like, Daddy needs more water. I'm like, all right, I got you. But these are so great. I love these. Like at the eyes, man. The eyes just get me every single time.
They're awesome.
They're so nice.
And for the price, I think they're very well done.
They were great, yeah. And who else? God, my son now has been. We have a Goomba. a Koopa, Shy Guy.
You're getting everything, huh?
Oh, it's just every single time. Today he got green, the green Yoshi because he already had a blue Yoshi. I'm like, well, I guess he got to get him the green Yoshi.
Yeah, that's how it is, man.
My mom is like, "You're creating monsters." I'm like, "I'm already a monster."
You created me.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, so we'll clear this out because then we can talk about get back on track with some of these other things. But since he's sitting here, where are you on your Mythic collection?
Dude, I don't.
Don't touch him.
I had the fire horse with the fire guy, and I liked it a lot.
Which one? The headless horseman?
Arethier?
Oh, that fire guy. Yeah.
And then
I can't pronounce the name either.
I did pre-order, like the new stuff looks really cool. I pre-ordered the new headless horseman with the green and purple. And I pre-ordered a lot of that, like, I don't know what his name is, like a skull with like the big skull guy.
Oh, with the big horns, right? The green flamey guy. Is that the one you're talking about? Or
I don't know. It's for one of the new waves. Like they went heavy on the skulls, and I was like, oh, this
cool. So
okay. Still waiting for Trevor to send me a sample, though. Yeah, he said he'd send me a sample. So
okay, all right. Well, I got not the entire All-Star wave, and this is back when I was like, I fell right into that mythic rabbit hole. So I've been very good now. I'm controlling. Like I know I've been passing on some of these pre-order waves right now. Because we have the cons, like we're so fortunate. I say it all the time, but we are very lucky that like we could just go to Legion's Con or Toy Con and they're there, and like for retail, like their retail. But I did get this wave in finally. This is Dubin, right? I think I'm saying his name right. But I know you're like, I'm asking the chat because I always forget. But this is like one of my favorite figures now. From Mythic Legions, dude. He comes with like an eagle that slides on the gauntlet, which I of course don't even have here to show you, but this wired cape is insanely good for like a company that I don't think they kind of just relied on customizers to do their thing.
Was that Mythic Legions?
Yeah,
Doesn't CJSM or whatever do the cloth goods for them? He's like a well-known cloth goods guy.
Oh, all right. Because like all I'm saying is like every Mythic, this is the first one that I've had from them that's wired. Everything else was just, like cut nicely, but just pops into the shoulder pegs. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous cape. And it's wired all the way around. And I love that the hood is not, you know what I mean? Like It completes the look so well. It pops on like this, everybody. So much easier than the Mezco Batman cape for the record.
I was gonna say
that's why I'm like, this is gonna be a perfect segue into Mezco Batman talk. But I just wanted to shout out, this figure is beautiful, and it's awesome.
They do great things. The Manny Faces tribute figure, that looks really cool.
And then
that's not Mythic Legions, that's the other one, but it looks really cool.
And then this is the horse. Like if you get a horse with or you will get a horse with that, they're awesome. The horses that they make are so cool. You do have to obviously heat everything up, #team heat, but they tell you in the instructions, so that's okay. It's all part of it. But dude, like they're great. The horses, so much detail on this guy. And I just noticed today, like, oh wow, they have the straps in here. Like you can hang all the different accessories. Like I wasn't even realizing. But yeah, you're going to get one with the Headless Horseman, dude. They are awesome. I don't know how people do. I'm going to have to ask Trevor how he does like the kick up stuff, because I'm assuming you need some sort of stands.
Yeah, I had the brown horse and I had the flaming horse as well. And
oh yeah, okay. So you've had your experience with them.
Yeah, I used a stand because I had it on display with him standing up. I used a stand. I couldn't mess around with it too much to stand it up like that. But they're awesome. They're huge, but they're really cool.
Yeah, they are big. So I have my moose and I have a horse, and now I'm gonna chill. And I have 2 trolls.
You got
they really did get me. Mythic really did suck me into it. And I also love that it came with the hair, so like I can have the running look to it. I think that's so cool that you can change the look of the horse.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into Batman. This is not my mezco. This is the gaming NECA version. Do you know I
I always
actually
kind of wanted that one. You know, I like the
yeah,
cover on it.
it's neat. And you know what? I ended up having the regular version too. Um, and I sold them. I sold them for like I think I probably gave you that money immediately for a mezco figure for what I sold them for. Like I'm almost positive it was that because you know what? Like when I had this guy open, my wife had gotten me before kids, before ever, all of this stuff. She just knowing that I love these, these characters and everything. She had picked this up, and I think it was like a birthday present. So I cracked it open immediately. And at that point, I only had some toys like on out on display in my house. It's such a change. It's
Yeah,
such a change to where we
how
are
it is,
now.
man. How it is. I feel
Um,
like everybody that like gets into collecting, they at least have one of those NECA like video game figures,
yeah,
whether it be the Batman or the RoboCop or
the RoboCop is a
you
good
know,
one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because they're so cool and nostalgic, and then I think it becomes a roller coaster after that. You just start getting a bunch of random stuff, and
Yeah, and you know what? Like this was a pretty decent sculpt for Keaton. It's not like obviously Mezco, like that's one of their amazing parts is the head sculpts. But that they did a pretty decent job. I just
oh yeah,
wanted to point that out. And again, you still get the same kind of issue, like where the cowl, just this Batman cowl, like that is just the design. It's really hard to do. Like that's how else would you make it if you were a toy designer? Like I have no idea. Like his actual, you know what I mean? Like his mask didn't turn, his head didn't turn. Like this is how you have to make it. I would assume.
yeah. There's no other way.
Right? I don't
It
know.
just has to be that way. Unless you do
Well,
like a nice, like a really, really thin seam on the neck, but he didn't turn his neck in the movie, so why are you gonna add that? You know?
I'm with you. I agree. So I want to hear the Lago Figs, Mezco impressions, the Mezco Keaton 1989. I want to get it all.
So some scratchiness on the sound. Are you getting that, or just
Yeah, is that the microphone? Is something get moved on you?
yeah? What I'm trying to see what's going on here. Hold on. I don't know. It's me.
Did I do something? Did I bump my thing?
Can you hear me?
So while while Dave is figuring that out real quick, I wanted to show you guys. I can still hear it. You guys can still hear it too, I presume. Let me mute. Yeah, it is coming from you. I muted my mic. Sam is still coming in.
Okay, hold on. Let me sign in and sign back out.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. All right, so while Dave is figuring that out, I just figured let me show you guys something real quick. So thanks to Pablo PL Toy Box, he sent me a suggestion for a display case. So real quick, let me see if there we go. I have it up. I'll show you. Let's see. Around the toy room. So there it is. Nope, wrong one. Wrong thing. Of course, it doesn't want to go there. Oh, there we go. So right here. So it was $20. I picked it up to preserve my Keaton, to keep it dust proof. Now, this is not how it's supposed to look. It actually is going to be something where you can peel off all of this stuff. Like, there we go. See how you can literally peel this off? So this can really get sealed in there. I just wanted to show you. It came with white gloves, which honestly cracked me up so much. It came with white gloves to handle the case. Now, like I don't care necessarily about this getting fingerprints. The whole point is to keep this dust proof. So I just wanted to show you guys that he fits in there nicely. See, there's still a lot of space up top. Like literally, there's like a whole at least 2 more inches up top. It's a height of maybe 8 or 9 inches. So a lot of space in there. He fits in nicely, even with the wired cape. Black bottom to it. It's just great. It's nice. So I'm gonna peel all of this stuff up. I just didn't, want to do it today, but it snapped together super easily. But there we go. So this will peel. See here, this will peel up. But I want to get my white gloves on since that's what it gave me. So silly, but white gloves. So I figure for $20, that is going to. I might even drop a silica packet in there, maybe, and that's something maybe in the chat if you can let me know. But here's Lago back in here. There he is.
Yo,
we're good. Sound wonderful.
Good.
Excellent. So I was just showing off that display case because I don't have any of those, and I always mispronounce it. Is it Detolf?
Detolfs, yeah.
Detolfs. Okay, so I don't have any Detolfs currently. It's something that I will eventually look into. But I needed something to like keep him safe. I bought myself the silicone grease or the dielectric grease, and then I started seeing YouTube videos of people like putting that protectant on from like car stuff and whatever. And then other people in the comments, I was reading the comments, and like one guy was like, I work in auto, like those chemicals are a lie. It's a brand lie. Like it's a manufacturer, like new and improved. It does no, it's going to speed up the degradation of the rubber. So I started bugging out. So I haven't touched. I didn't want to be part of that. Like I know I bought it, and I talked about it last week, saying like I'm going to look into it more. So I've been looking into it more, and it's freaking me out. So how do you plan on keeping it? Like, what do you do for your hot toys? Do you have any special applications or anything with your guys, or you just keep them in the case? And
my thing is with the hot toys, I'm always worried about folds and the cloth goods and stuff like that, so I don't pose them super dynamic. I don't want vanilla poses either, but it's more like a semi-dynamic pose. And I put the silica packets in each one of those like squares.
Okay. Yeah.
And then here it's the temperature is controlled, so like and I have a dehumidifier and everything, so
Okay.
I'm always worried about temperature and stuff like that. The only thing is like I have the Ryu from Iconic Studios, and that's a TB League body, which uses like the seamless thing.
Yeah.
Man. And with that one, just so it doesn't get sticky or tacky, I actually put cornstarch on it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it doesn't get really, really sticky or tacky. As far as the Batman goes, I'm not putting anything on it.
Okay.
The powdery stuff, once I was messing around with it, the powdery stuff kind of went away.
Same.
That's what Mezco said, and it worked.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to put anything on it.
Okay.
Mine, it's an interesting. Like the thing with the legs are interesting. Like it could do splits really well, but going forward and backwards, like you're fighting it.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know?
You have to go up and around. That was my big thing. Up and around. Like out and then up. And that was all based on that post that you had shared, like understanding.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And even then, you still like, it's not like it's a full straight ahead. Like at least I can't get to a full straight ahead.
Mine, like, I don't know if you can see it. This goes up really easily, right?
Yeah, to the side. Yep.
And then to go forward, it's really hard. It's like you have to really push it. Like, there you go.
And let me see, how did you get that even? Yeah, you seem to get a little bit more forward than I did, unless I turn his body a little bit.
A lot of like resistance for sure.
Yeah.
And then here, this one for some reason, I contacted Mezco. I could go to the split, but it bounces back. Watch, ready?
Oh, so okay. So I sent my second email today. I'm trying not to be annoying, but so many more people are getting like their wait lists converted or their so like I am getting nervous that they're gonna like run out of these and then they're gonna get back to me and be like, no, we're sorry. Like, so I sent my second. I said, this is my second time within my 10-day period. Yeah. And here, this is what I'm getting with my arm.
You see, I have that with the leg.
Yeah.
My arms are nice and stiff. Like, you see that? But the leg, it's only this leg here.
Yeah. It's, I mean,
But
it's
this one's perfect. Like,
right. And that's the other thing. Yeah. It's only like this nice, tough, taut. Same thing with the legs, tough, taut. But yeah, it's a wonderful figure. And then, like, yeah, I'm starting to get a little movement on this leg now too.
yeah,
So,
it's just, I contacted them. They messaged me back and asked for pictures, and I sent them a video because
oh,
pictures not
okay,
really going to do it justice.
sure.
And I haven't heard back from them since then. So
So they at least they got back to you. I had to send a second email. Do I have to call tomorrow? Because I was like, it's my 10th day now. Because I
well,
got it last Saturday. But
I
I figure it's documented, right? Like it's
yeah,
recorded. I have
I re-
two.
I re- I recorded it and sent them the recording. And if they didn't get tomorrow, I'm going to send them another email like, hey, did you get my recording? Is that good
Yeah.
enough? What's going on?
But did you use the contact us and then they and started the conversation that way? You went through the contact us on the website?
Yeah, yeah. They've been good to me, man. Like
Yeah.
I've gotten mezco since the first Batman, The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Like even my orders, you could see like that. I ordered that one.
Well, dude, I have two. Like I have 2 pages of orders that I've purchased from them.
Yeah,
It's not like there's like 1 or 2 things, which again shouldn't factor in. But you're right. Like it should. It's just frustrating. And then
my
to
thing
be
is, you pay a pretty penny for it. You waited 3 years for it. I
yeah
don't know. It has to be pretty damn near perfect. If there's a problem with it like that, you got to fix it. Like, and if they
yeah
can't fix it, if they can't send you a figure or something, another body, they should at least give you some type of credit for
hmm
the Mezco website. That's what Sideshow does, and Sideshow
yeah
never gives you any issues. They're like, all right, we'll give you this much if we don't have it.
okay. Because he's gorgeous and like I can take pictures with him, but like that bounce is insane. And then like I said,
Yeah.
it's like that that my one leg is also feeling a little, and you can't do anything about it. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Is that the Jada or
This
Spin
is
Masters?
the Spin Master, but I painted it and stuff, so it has like
Ooh, here, let's
like
take a look at this. All right, speaking of more Keaton love, so what
you
did you
see.
use with it?
I used like a silver like a chrome pen, but then I
Oh,
washed
nice.
it out with a little bit of black wash to get it kind of like fading away. But you could see, I don't know if you could see closer, but you could see a lot of the line work going on.
Yeah.
And no, it gives it a nice look, and it gives it a nice look. It's not so flat anymore.
Right.
And
That's
then
very nice.
painted the back, the bottom, just a little bit right there. Nothing crazy,
Yeah.
but definitely looks better in my opinion. Like
Oh, it
this.
looks awesome.
I don't know if you can see with the light there, but
Yeah, you can see it coming through. Oh, it's look at you, man.
there's a lot
I
of
like it.
It's cool.
Um, let's see. So we got to kind of catch up on some comments real quick coming in about this Batman. All right, so that's right. So let's see. Yeah, shout out to CJ going back to the Mythic Legion. So you were right. That make the soft goods. Let's see. So Chom is in the house. What's going on, dude?
What's up?
Realm calls him Powdered Keaton. I like it. And Cody, my boy Cody, too much new toys in the house. Your own little Batman vacuum chamber. I had to do it, man. I had to do it. Let's see. Silica absorbs moisture. It might dry the rubber. So like it's that catch-22. Do I put it in?
That thing is that's I read that comment, but like the TV League body, the Ryu that I got, it came with
Yeah.
silica gel. It came with it in the
Right.
package, So I don't know if it's really gonna
Because it's
mess it up.
what's actually causes the rubber deterioration? Is it moisture? I mean, like I know Mezco recommends like you could like pat this guy dry with like just water, but not like run him in a faucet. But it like humidity, keep them away from humidity was a big
Yeah,
thing.
it's just
I thought.
big temperature changes and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Humidity, and the whole thing with the bounce back. Honestly, I think this is just going to be something that is going to happen over time because the skeleton.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like here, I'm already getting a little bit more. You see that, and that
Okay.
never happened before.
Right.
It's not as stiff as it was.
That's bizarre. It's a bizarre thing. I mean, like to have waited for this long. And again, I love this figure. Like I'm a big fan of it. It's just that, because this rubber's so thick, you needed these joints to be super, super tight. And it's a toy. Like, yes, it's for pose and display, but like that's all I'm doing is I was posing it, Sorry.
Yeah.
Like that was it. It's not like I was like actually playing crazy with him. I was just trying to figure out how this guy moved. It's not like it's like maybe a total of an hour of just moving him around slowly and surely. So what do you have there? Is that
it's definitely a different experience.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a pleasant one. But it's a different experience, and I think Mezco, that's what they're all about, like giving you a different experience with a figure. First it was cloth goods. Now everybody and their mother are doing cloth goods, and third party,
right.
Not gonna lie, third party's doing cloth goods, in my opinion, better sometimes than Mezco,
Yeah, there's some really good people out there.
So they're diving into new things, and it's the second, because they did the Alien, and it's pretty good. It's cool. But it's not. I don't know if it's that much fun. Like you get a Mafex figure, that's fun.
Yeah, you know what it is? I love the feel. Like I do love the rubber feel, and when I take it slowly and I try to get it just right for a picture, that's like a neat experience. But you're right, it's not something. It's still very much slow. It's not fun.
You don't want to twist the thigh a certain way, because like I got once when I was messing with it, like I thought that I got it stuck somewhere because I couldn't. I twisted the thigh somehow, and it like couldn't move. It couldn't budge, and I just messed around with it, and eventually I got it to work.
Yeah.
So again, it's neat. Did they have to go seamless with this? I don't think so. This is not the figure that had to go seamless.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. You know what looks really good is the Toddy Mac special coming out. Like I just saw my buddy Misty Owl had just got in hand, and again, Todd has fixed. Not that these are two completely different things, right? But I'm just illustrating. It maybe didn't have to go all rubber. This is like I feel like for me, when I said that this is a piece of toy history, like that's the best glowing review of it that I can give it. This is a piece of toy history. I really enjoy the feel of it. I think he looks gorgeous. But like, I think I'm going to have more fun with the Todd figure based on like how he's improved his articulation. He really has. Like super crunch, super twisting, and he'll actually fit into the Batwing and the Batmobile that I'm waiting on right now. So whereas this, I do. Oh my God. Did you know anybody else that got the full blown Batwing? Who else is getting one? Is Dario getting one? Is anybody else helping me out? I feel like
I don't know. I really don't know. Dario usually is not a big fan of McFarlane a lot of the times, but
okay.
From the Toy-Migos, I don't think anybody that I know of. Maybe Jesse, maybe on it, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. It'll be interesting. I'm super psyched, although I have no space for it. I'll figure it out. Like,
put it on the wall.
It's gonna be on the wall for sure. Yeah. It'll be up there. Anyway, so Captain McKay said the same thing. He did a spot clean with a damp microfiber cloth. It worked fine. Patman says, yeah, should not use any chemicals on the skin. Talcum powder or cornstarch. So that is what I was thinking about. Like, what did what was their protective coating? Because like it does rub off as you pose with, and play with them. Could you just sprinkle more of that stuff on? What is this magic mezco dust?
Is it really the protective coating, or is it? Some people have theories that it's been in a warehouse for a while, and that's basically coming out of the rubber. That's the type of stuff that's coming out of the rubber. Because like this was really there are some figures, like some SHF figures, that have like this rubberized plastic.
Yeah.
And after a while, it does get this like powdery haze just sitting there, and you could just wipe it off. So some people think that there's a theory going around that they've had these done, but they were waiting for the hype to go up for the Flash figures, Flash movie or whatever, and that's
Yeah.
what happened there.
That is, like I've heard that conspiracy theory too. And it's interesting. Like it's hard to, like, again, not to like buy into all that. And like, what would it matter anyway? But
Yeah.
but it doesn't make any sense. That figure had been sold out on pre-orders. It was sold out everywhere. Why wait until now? Like, I don't understand what the purpose of building the hype would be for Mezco to wait unless it was like WB literally saying you can't put this out.
Could be. It could be.
And like again,
it goes back to what you said. It's toy history, man. It's one of those myths,
I know. I mean, God, it is like, it's just I love the figure. I love it. I love it.
Are awesome. The head sculpts are great.
Yeah. I love it, but then it makes it so hard to get a really good, but like I tried to do this cool picture that at least I thought I was taking a cool one where he was walking towards his like bat cycle and Alfred's in the background. And then I'm looking at him like, it's not exactly what I thought I was turning him into. Then I tried to do a power walk like Jay Hernandez posted, just Jay posted this awesome, like hand pics of this figure. And he had this big, awesome, like, strut, the Vince McMahon strut. And I'm like, I can't even get what he's doing. I was trying so hard. Very frustrating. Let's see. So Patman said you were turning the leg wrong. I can get it up way higher. That's the thing. I can get the leg up. I can get it up. But I'm saying up and over. Oh, I see what he's saying. Oh, I got it now. Thank you, Patman. Patman13. Appreciate you. I see it now. God, now this leg is getting loose. Lago, this figure's driving me crazy, man.
Yeah. Like this thing by in a couple of years is gonna be a loosey goosey rubber. It's gonna feel like one of those like stretchy figures.
Yeah, Stretch Armstrong. Grumble. Cody says this fig, Zach, Sequential Plastic. This fig seems like a lot of work. It really is, and it's a lot. Like I said, I thought I killed my toy anxiety, but having another Keaton Batman owner to like discuss this with and having the same little issues popping up. Now, what did you do for the cape? Did you have to snip to get the cape on? Because like every person had trouble with this.
No, mine went well. Yeah,
you were snapped on.
Mine snapped on nicely. Yeah,
I don't even
have like too much of a like. Look at it. It's pretty. It's not like. Oh, sorry. It's not hanging there. You see?
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I had to fight with it. I had to try to like snip around to like clear it out. I do have it now sitting flush, but it will still pop up there. Like if I try to pose even just shoulder high, even if I just wanted to do the cape out pose, that would be all of a sudden he'd pop out. But
yeah,
no big deal. Cody supports hashtag Toddy Mac, hashtag Team Toddy. The Patman says just to keep the skin from collecting dust and dirty, it gets sticky. Well, that's what I'm going to try to protect it from using this case. I'm just going to I'm going to enjoy it. And when I have ideas, I guess maybe I shouldn't mess with him photography wise as much as I like thought I was going to. I really thought I was going to shoot this guy like all the time.
People going all out with it. I've seen poses, like really good poses with it. People know how to pose this thing. It takes a while though. But you feel like you're risking it,
That's what I mean. Like it literally is getting looser each time I move these things. Yes. So it's scaring the crap out of me. Let's see. That is interesting. Wouldn't it be much less uniform between all the figures? It's bizarre. It's very bizarre. Trevor says my Hyperreal Vader had faded to gray over the last 3 years, fully expecting this to do the same. Faded to gray. So is that from this, like you're talking about, like that stuff coming out of the plastic, out of the rubber?
Maybe. I don't know if he's saying like faded, or it's that powdery stuff.
Yeah. All right. So Trevor, if you're still here, let us know. Like, are you talking about that powder coming out, whatever that covering is, or just the fact that this is going to turn to dust on us in general? All right. So Patman sent me a pic on this. All right. Sounds good, man. And then What is this? 89 Gujitsu? The Batman 89 Gujitsu.
We squeeze it, the skeleton comes out.
Oh god. What a it's a again, toy history. Toy history, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just it was exactly what we expected from the community, right? We were like, this is going to be the most anticipated. It will not live up to the hype. I feel like you and I always approach toys as these are toys, these are fun. It's nothing like this is not life or death. Like I'm not ever going to get myself all worked up. I want to enjoy these things I spent my money on. I know you do too. So it's never nothing to get angry about. It's just frustrating. There is still that big that point of frustration.
I mean, it was fun though. The whole like waiting for it to come out, then like blurry pictures came out of it. Like, is that really it? And then like there's so many like cool little things that happened throughout those 3 years with the '89 Batman. Is it really going to come out this time? They pushed the date again. They pushed the date again. It was fun.
It was something. It was definitely something. Trevor said literally faded to gray. Maybe the coating people recommend will revive it. Oh, so maybe at that point, you know what? That's an interesting thing. So like between I want to say, is it like the car brand 303? I don't know. Like I said, there's people out there that have been like sacrificing their Mezco Keatons for us, putting on like car, rubber protectant. I bought that dielectric grease, but I'm going to hold off now. I'm going to return that. I think I'm just going to let it ride out. Maybe at that point, like I guess this is not a lifetime owning figure. And that's kind of what I made with that. Like, if it's going to stay in my house, it will eventually turn to dust. But I guess that's like all things in life, right? Nothing's last forever.
No, and also you and I mean, you know, the collection is a rotating collection. You get, you know, let's sell it. And
that's true.
Someone else's.
That's true. Enjoy it for as long as I'm going to enjoy it. Yeah, it's definitely maybe it won't be one of those like because initially I did think like, oh man, I'm gonna crack this open, I'm gonna shoot the heck out of it, which I still am, and then I'm gonna have it displayed, and this will be one of those crowning pieces to give to my kids. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be like, hey, look at those aftermarket for Batman in a year, and maybe it'll be in the toilet. We have no idea, but
it's all decomposed zombie Batman. You check out zombie Batman.
Yeah, maybe it will skyrocket to like, again, I always joke that like with these toys, like we're not making life-changing money when we sell these toys, like like it just helps, like so it's like I wonder if like a normal mezco, let's say a hyper value one would be what, 200 to 300, right? In an aftermarket situation. Maybe it'd cash in more because there'd be so many more exoskeleton versions. Like if we take care of ours. Who knows?
Yeah.
Cody said, just let go of the fear and put Keaton through his paces. Go out. And I told you, that's really like, I have been saying all week that like after that second stream on Monday, I was like, I'm good. Just going to enjoy this guy. He's cool. It's a cool, like, it's a conversation piece, man. Like that's.
Yeah, and if you're not a big fan of it or whatever, you could just always get the McFarlane Batmobile, stick him in there, and he's just in there,
That's that could be my dust proof coated protected, right? Just
go.
throw him in, have him live in the Batwing. But yeah, there's the two side by side. The NECA is that little bit taller as a 7-inch figure, right? There he is, a little bit taller. Oh man, so what else do you have over there? Anything else in hand or handy for you to show off for us?
I opened this guy up today. The Diamond Select Apocalypse.
Nice. How is he?
Pretty cool. It's a Marvel Select. So like the range is okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not crazy about the head sculpt.
So really?
My thing's going crazy back there.
I was going to ask you, is that motion sensor? Is that
sometimes it does that. I don't know because I have it like all connected. So
it's a ghost. You have a ghost. You have a poltergeist.
Yeah. It didn't like what I said about the Apocalypse.
All right, fair.
but yeah, the head sculpt I want to change it. I saw someone put the Marvel Legends one and it looked much better. But
Okay.
just for my X-Men shelf, it's cool. It's big. It comes with a lot of
Yeah.
accessories, nice paint. Um, I wish it was a little wider, but it's cool. Definitely a cool figure. So I opened this up today,
Nice.
and then I opened up the rest of these guys. These guys from like Stranger Things, the ones that are kind of like the
Oh,
Ghostbusters.
are they from Super 7 or what is their deal?
They're Bandai, so like they all have
Bandai.
like
Okay.
their little things. Like he, let's see, his head goes up like that.
Oh my god.
This one's pretty cool because like him, he goes like this, and then his head flips open, and it becomes like that.
What? These are so. This is such retro vibes right now.
Yeah, this guy, his eyes pop out. Not so much, but like his eyes pop out.
That's so funny.
This is really cool. Elle, like you press her legs in, and then the blood comes out of her nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's too funny. So where did you find them today? Or you just opened them up today?
I got them all from Target. I had them for a while, and then I have a Build-A-Figure right here.
Oh man. Okay. I
And
had
just
no
like
idea that they did all of that.
they remind me of like the old Ghostbusters figures, and
Yes.
they're just fun. You know, they're like little pieces. I don't have anything really from Stranger Things other than these, so
Right.
I like them.
That's really great. I love that head swapping one. That's like Power Ranger vibes
Power
with like the
Rangers,
old,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. Oh, that's great. And that's what Cody was just saying, real Ghostbuster type figs. Yep.
yep, yep.
Um, what's going on, Shroomy? Shroommy's in the house. Let's see. Let's see. Take the picture. This is going back to Rabbit's Den. Take the pictures, enjoy the fig. A new one will come out. That is true. That is always
Yeah.
true. That there will always be a new thing. What are the benefits of getting Star Wars 3-inch line over Black Series? Thinking of starting to get some. Well, I know we just said, like we said at the top of the show, that Lago isn't going, like on his page. He's not a huge Star Wars. I like Star Wars, but you're not a big Star Wars guy. But what do you think in terms of just the 3.75? Do you have an opinion on that? Because I know you're 6-inch
Yeah.
to Hot Toy. So
My based on we have Ernie on Toy Migos and the Fallen
Mhm.
Fett. Make sure you follow him. The Fallen
Yeah,
Fett. That's
Fallen
Wednesday.
Fett.
Fallen Fett Chronicles on YouTube. Ernie, make sure I gave you a plug there, right? But Ernie's a huge Star Wars guy, and
Mhm.
when they're having conversations about it, it looks like the 3.75 figures are a lot better than the 6-inch figures now. They say the sculpts are a
Yeah.
lot better. The paint up. The thing is the prices have went up. They
Right.
say I hear a lot of the Black Series. It's kind of like repaints after repaints after repaints, whereas the 3.75 sometimes have even better articulation than the 6-inch in some cases. So
Yeah.
uh, right now, it looks like they're doing better with 3.75 figures.
And then you also get the vehicles and accessories,
Mm-hmm.
which is also huge. Whereas like a Razor Crest, that was a big HasLab, right? But that was that was for the vintage, collection, or at least that size, that scale. So that would be the thing. Like I know for myself, like I'm locked into the 112 scale 6-inch line, 6-inch scale, so 6 to 7, and that's where all my vehicles and things are, and they are space consuming and everything. And I've always joked with my wife, I'm like, yeah, if I had to do it over again, like I'm just not a Star Wars guy where I'll be like, but Star Wars is the place to go for that scale. Like all
Yeah,
of those things, so many play sets, so many, like, and again, like Lago was saying, like it's true that the sculpting, some of the stuff is mind blowing. Like I had no idea some of the pictures, like until I see like whatever the vintage club, blah blah blah. I'm like, what? Like that looks
yeah.
like that, like tremendous. So yeah, so there you go. Hope that helps, Shroomy. All right. So what else? So you had the Apocalypse opened up. Oh, you know who
Yeah.
else?
And
No,
then
no.
like
Go.
I was organizing everything, so I was like moving things around, things that like I want to sell and stuff. I kind of like shifted them.
Mhm.
I just like I was talking to you about like where you at with collecting me.
Oh, right, right, right.
There are just so many things I have. I'm so backed up with opening things that it's. Uh, I want to give everything its time, its moment, so I don't open
Sure.
things just to open them. So
Right.
that's what ends up happening. So if you don't open things just to open them, you kind of wait on it for the best time, and then start getting a big pile. After a while, you're like, wow, I still have this. Like, for example,
Yes. Yeah. Let's see.
I got this when it came out. I still haven't opened it.
Me
Like,
too, man.
I have so many things that like, but I like it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a weird situation. And then like I don't take photos or anything like that, so I'm more of a display.
Hmm.
And I feel like for me, 1/6 figures display nicer.
Yeah.
I've been getting more into the 1/6 scale things. So
No, that's, I mean, yeah. And by the way, don't cut yourself short, because I remember you started getting into some hand picks and you knew what you were doing, and you know your composition, you know how things work.
yeah, I mean, one day I'd like to like really dive into it. But it's just I don't at the moment I don't have the patience to do it.
Well, I told you, you have an invite to join me and the Toy Daddies on one Wednesday night as a guest commentator, because you have an artistic background. You know how to discuss artwork and photography. So that would
Yeah.
be cool. Maybe you'd catch the bug after seeing, a week's top 10 of like, I think it'd be neat. I think it'd be neat. But yes, you do have that invite. But I'm with you, dude. Beast. I still look at Modoc. I still never opened Modoc,
Me
which
too.
was another,
I have Modoc somewhere in here too. I don't
yeah,
know where it's
that I
at,
never
but
opened. And you know what? He was somebody that like I bought for retail and then like eventually saw for $30 or whatever. Like, and I just
yeah,
and
yeah.
still have never opened them. I know so where I am, same deal. What helped me out tremendously this week was I took 2 separate days and went through and decide, and like now that I know what will hold value and which things in my collection won't, like to me the majority of MCU figures will not
Right.
maintain like value. um Same thing with like windowless box. Like if I open the toy windowless or like the Windows packaging like that, I've seen on eBay like people selling new and they had to open it up just so you knew exactly what you were getting. So like anything windowless, I started throwing out boxes, Dave,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. And I had 2 full days of that. It got me so much more space back because now I know, again, like Mythic Legions boxes, I need to keep my Mythic Legions boxes. God bless Four Horsemen, and those figures hold their value, which is awesome. Like, which I'm so pumped about. So like, went through reorganized tubs, and I did. It still feels like a mess around me right now, but like I have a closet. I have, I tubbed up a lot more stuff. Like I said, like a lot of my MCU guys, even loose. Like I'm not selling them, but I tubbed them up so I can make space for some of these other toy lines that I've been
Yeah.
super into lately. Um,
It's pretty insane. Like I have Hot Toys I haven't opened up. Like
oh man,
I have the Mark 85 Battle Damage Iron Man.
okay.
Didn't open that up. I have the Miles Morales. Didn't open that up.
Oh, you got the Miles.
I have the So Toys Gambit that came out
Oh
a
man.
year ago. Still haven't opened that up. There's like a lot of these things that I'm like sometimes I think to myself like what am I doing? Like but I want them still. I still want them. I want to enjoy it. I don't want it to I just don't want to open it with a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old around me and
Mhm.
touching things and stuff. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But then there's this like weird thing that like I do want to share the experience with them as well. So there's sometimes I'm willing to do that. Sometimes I'm not. It's a
I,
weird, you
Dude,
know.
my kids are gonna be 4, and same deal. Sometimes like, well, maybe nothing like they weren't around with Mezco Keaton. That was I saved that all for here for my channel for you guys. That was that. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. It's gonna get neat as my kids continue to get older, and they do, or they're more into like daddy toys and like their question. My kids helped me set up like a silly little like Super Mario shot just like on the like a toy room floor type of thing. We're just showing them how to take a picture, frame it up. They don't really get everything, but 4 years old, like they're definitely getting a lot more now, which is pretty cool. but yeah, collecting wise, dude, it's like you kind of heard it from the clearance stuff. Like I could say no a lot more. I'm pre-ordering a lot less. I only have like 13 things right now on Big Bad, and some of those I think I'm gonna end up axing too. I'm just being smarter about what's coming in, and I'm not the only person that said this, but like I really want to enjoy the toy opening experience too. So like I can't wait for my Tobey Maguire figure arts just shipped from Entertainment Earth. Like I'm super amped for that, but I'm gonna need like a time. I might bring them. That might be a lunchtime opening. That's honestly where I get 40 minutes to just sit there.
I've never done that.
Dude, I'm telling you, like a figure, that's a small box. Throw that in there, but just to give myself that quiet time.
I've done a parent teacher conference opening once. Like we were there, I was there till like 8.
Yeah.
So I was like, in the break in between, I opened up a figure. It was pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. I've talked about, I love pocket figures, but like just to experience it, just to like have a time to even just to fuss with it. Doesn't even have to be in the name of content. Just like, let me figure this thing out in peace and quiet. Because even at night, like outside of my Sunday show, and then doing the Toy Pick community thing on Wednesdays, like my wife, we want to spend time together and watch our shows. So like even doing that,
you get the guilt, right? You get the guilt. You're like, I'm gonna do it. Like I want to go see my wife upstairs. I don't know if you're in the basement, but I have my basement.
I'm in the basement. Yeah.
So it's like I'm over here about to open up a figure. I haven't talked to my wife because my kids are always around and stuff. So
right.
I'm gonna go up there. So it's a weird balance.
It is.
I feel like you and I are on the same page with that stuff. Like trying to figure it all out.
And then and we're considerate. What's up?
Yeah. Just be ready for when the time is right, but then like slow down on the purchasing, because then you're just gonna have a huge pile of random stuff,
And that's where I feel like you and I, at least, not speaking for everybody here in the chat, but like I know for you and I, since we've had many, conversations in the last couple of years and hangouts and having these things, like we've learned our lessons. We've grown. As I feel like so much of this is just an understanding, and you grow from it. You hope to try to be better. Let's catch up with the Chama said, you love it all.
Chama, I'm still waiting for you to get the WCW entrance, man.
That's right. Come on, Chama, do it. So Carlos is saying, Lago, that's how I got hooked on taking pictures, watching Yimbo in the Toy Pick community. There you go. I'm just saying, dude, that's another avenue to this whole thing that for you could be something as simple as, like, again, doesn't have the financial commitment to just start out, because you already have, I'm sure, that photographic eye, and you can just, you already know how to pose. So
what I've been considering eventually down the line is painting people setting up their figures, kind of like documenting figure photographers with artwork by painning them.
That would be awesome. That'd be really cool.
Because I think of it like as like a almost like an underground art form. Whereas like I don't know if you ever watched Style Wars. It's like a PBS documentary about graffiti.
Oh, I haven't, but I feel like I've heard of it.
Documenting this underground type of artistry and how they got it on video, and now graffiti is everywhere. So it's kind of like, what if I use my artistic ability, like painting or drawing the actual artist in doing their thing, So.
Dude, that's an amazing way of looking at toy photography, because I feel like there's always, I've been doing it now. It's going to be 2 years of like taking actual toy photography pictures in August. And I know that like sometimes there becomes a growing, it's human nature where you just want it to like, you want to have it get seen. And, and I always tell people, I'm like, the whole community is still very small, especially the toy picture community, like the toy pick community, the toy photography. But that's so interesting to word it in as like an underground art form, because it really, you're right. But it's one of those that has the potential, I feel like, to continue to grow.
Yeah.
That's so fascinating, and you should do that. I love that. I really love that concept, Dave. I really and look, Trevor 16 shooter. There you go. Good idea. He said like a court illustrator for toy photography. That's a great idea, man.
Exactly, something like yeah.
Interesting, man.
Like
It's
you never know. Like maybe it becomes big or something, and it's like there's this guy that used to paint us and stuff. I don't know. Like
I think that would be cool, man. And you're right. This is like seriously, you're blowing my mind. I think that there's an impatience, and that's what it is. That was a word I was trying to, and it's an easy word, but I couldn't think of. But yeah, like it's human nature to become impatient. You want like this thing that you spend your time doing, and you want to just like, why hasn't this? Like I know I was at that point early on. I straight up, I try to tell people all the time, like I want a whole year of like 100 followers, like because I wasn't like engaging, I wasn't talking to enough people. I wasn't like really like when you focus on the friendships and then you start focusing on yourself and like growing your own personal art form. That's where I've been able to have, success with growing my accounts. But I think that there's still that impatience, that just human nature, that we want the iron to like, why isn't this on fire yet? And it's like, well, because it's small, like we're nowhere near like the makeup niche or whatever, like we're nowhere near sports equipment or nutrition supplements and like all of that nonsense that you see on Instagram, right? Like toys are still, and that's why I always go with like hand picks and stuff like that. And what you're doing with like even like if you posted more of your collection, like your shelf display.
it's funny though.
Like
The people that are on my page don't want it. Like usually the collection shots and stuff don't do as well as the news because people that are on my page for the news,
well, then you need to do, because I know you've had some successful reels, right? Of when you've put your collection out there.
The reels, yeah, some reels, yeah.
I just feel like, well, what were you gonna say?
No, for me, honestly, I did it and I was like, oh, I just want to get to 1K. Like that was my thing. And then it just kept going. And, a lot of it was help from Chatmigos and like people sharing it. Like ACBA uses my stuff a lot, which is
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
And because I watched them all the time. Like even before I started doing Instagram, like that was the show I'd watch all the time.
Yeah.
But and it keeps growing. I don't stress out about it at all. It's just like I just post whatever and whatever happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not. It just whatever happens. It's basically that whatever happens. For me, it's
right.
Just, I'm not looking at it like that anymore. And I never really was actually.
See, I know I fell into that trap again, or like doing it for something. It was like, oh, I haven't gotten like this thing, I haven't gotten this feature yet. But like I said, when I've really started talking to people and making friends, and then like through those friendships, learning and like figuring out how to improve my photography, that's where again, and like neither of us are making money on this, so that's like that's what's so funny about any of this, That's like, it's just silly. It's just a silly thing. At the end of the day, this is why I laugh about it, because we play with toys and it's awesome.
And let me make like the best part about it is like just like at the toy shows, hanging out with you guys and talking.
I know.
To you guys and like, just everybody's there. Everybody's happy. Everybody's chilling.
Yeah.
And it's like when you're like our age, friends from high school, everybody has their different lifestyles. So like you don't hang out with them as much. You move or something. So it's fine. It's cool finding a group of people that like have things in common, and you just get to hang out with them, and And it's here in New Jersey, we're lucky. We have a show every month.
Every month. And the funny thing is, every single time I go to one of the shows, and I'll mention it to like, oh, we got to do, like, even when I met up with Machu last time at the Woodbridge show, I was like, oh, we could do some content stuff. And then like we don't, because we're having too much fun. Same thing. We meet up. And I'm like, oh, we should do it. No. And then we just talk and we hang out and we shop and we look and we laugh. It's like that's like that's the nice thing. Like at the end of the day, that should always be the most important piece to this. And I'm just always like I said, I'm thankful for like the fact that there's people here right now listening to us hang out. Like how cool is that? Like just talking about toys, and like I love it.
And they become like, and everybody's like those are like your main core friends, you know.
Yeah.
When you're home and you work and you have a family and stuff, who are you talking to? You're talking to people online,
Yeah.
in these group chats, or on streams and stuff. So I'm very thankful for all the people that are just there saying what's
Yeah.
up and making jokes and just doing all these fun things. Like it really it's something that takes you out of like the nonsense that we deal with in the real world, and you
Yeah.
know knowing that there's people out there that just want to collect toys and talk about them and joke around about random things. That's
Yeah.
fun.
It's so true. It's so true. Yeah, Machu saying I'd rather hang than make content. It's so true, man. Um, let's see, Java with the Discord voice chats. I'm not
No,
part of
those are
those, but
awesome.
I can
They're
only
awesome.
imagine. What's up?
They're awesome. They're awesome. The Discord voice chats are awesome. When I can make it, it's fun. But like the thing with that is like it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, and you'll be there till like 12 a.m. and I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Let's see. Nightmare Nemo hanging out is easier than making content. That is true. That is true. Your boys got toys. Oh, bummed I already missed an hour of Lago. That's all
Yo,
right.
what's up,
That's
bro?
all right. This will live on, as you know. So you'll be able to catch us tomorrow. Maybe that's, I like to listen to you guys over on Chatmigos, and as well as, Trevor. I try to rotate through all of our boys, all of our friends on my lunch. Like I said, like sometimes I'll throw up like the night before if I missed it, if I wasn't part of the like, because that's the thing. A lot of nights when I'm not, it's hard to jump into like other lives, so I'm always part of a replay crew, but I'll get to watch and enjoy, and it's nice, and it passes my lunch, and again, just sit there with a smile on my face, like, oh my god, Jay Shot and Machu Toy had the Amazing on last
Yeah, man.
Wednesday, and what a blast. I've had Darius on, like, the guy's the best, and it was like the three of them just had such fun, and I was just sitting there smiling as I was listening to, like, just because I was listening as I was setting up my own stuff this week.
And you feel like you're part of it. That's one of the coolest parts about it, because you're there and you're listening and you feel like you're hanging out with them too. It's cool.
Yeah. Let's see. What is this? I mean, Lago's fitness advice is not nonsense at all. Did I miss something? Wait, did that go over my head?
It's because like on Chatmigos, I always
Okay,
talk
that's
about
right. My bad. Yeah,
my buffness and all that
that's
stuff. Sometimes I take the shirt off and all, but ain't happening.
that is right. That is right. Cody was saying, yeah, it's harder now. Social media companies are constantly changing. Exactly. And that's why really, like, I'm always saying I'm not a toy influencer. I am a joy influencer. Focus on what brings you happiness. And like I said, for me, it's the fun of friendships. It's getting to hang out with all of you guys. It's the joy in toy, like, not buying things because of FOMO, buying things because I want them in my house. Speaking of which, I got that Dark Flash.
Oh, cool.
So I figured he would go well with the Mezco Batman, because like I haven't seen the movie, but he's gonna fight him, right? This is the main bad guy from the new Flash movie.
When's that movie coming out?
I have no idea. Literally no idea.
Like, the trailer looks good, man. I'm kind of like pretty interested in watching it, and I'm not.
Me too.
Usually I'm not, but it looks good.
It looks neat. I mean, like, even after rewatching this past week Batman and Batman Returns, the limited mobility, like it was kind of jarring to see Keaton get so like soaring around and martial artsy, but at the same time I'm kind of into it. I kind of want to see him destroying people,
and in the daytime too. Like, you're so used to seeing him in the dark, and like it's in the daytime. Like, you see him. Interesting.
It is going to be interesting. You know what else movie looks fun? I saw the trailer. The Marvel team up, the whatever that's going to be called. Is it Marvelous Team Up or Team Up
Marvel stuff?
Yeah,
I didn't see it. Looks good.
It does. So like, I like Captain Marvel. I enjoyed the Ms. Marvel show. Like, it's not one that I went back, but like my wife and I watched that. We were laughing at learning things. It was an interesting. It was a good show. I thought it was cute. But I like the character, and now they're bringing in, I guess, the other Captain Marvel, right, from the What If. I don't know. It looks awesome. Yeah. So it's a Marvelous Team Up or whatever they're called, the Marvels. Thank you, Cody. So that looks good. dude, the Ninja Turtle movie looks great.
That looks good,
Across
yeah.
the Spider-Verse looks great.
Spider-Verse
Like,
looks good.
like we're getting some really good I feel like after a lull of stuff that I've been amped about, like that's what 4 or 5 movies right now that
I'm
within the
really
next.
I'm really excited to see like how other toy lines do these Spider-Verse figures. Like I'm really interested in seeing how another toy line would do the 2099 Spider-Man because the shape of his body is very, very different.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I'm really, really wondering how Hot Toys is gonna do it. Like if they do it, and they
Oh
have to because it's the
man.
main character. Like because he's so
Yeah.
big and broad up top. Like what are they gonna do? Like how you know?
That
Because
is gonna be really interesting.
the Legends ones, like I saw a couple of them in person
Mhm.
yesterday, and they look good in person. Online, they always kind of look to me like very like McDonald's toyish, but like when you see them in person, they look good. They really do.
Well, I have the 2 that my buddy Diggs Figs sent me. So I have the Spider Punk here. I'll just bring them and I've talked about it, before, but there's Spider Punk. I just have him tuning up the guitar real quick. But he looks amazing. And this is like a lot, whatever I see people talk about it, because, more people are getting them in hands. You're starting to see a lot of like I was seeing a lot of Spider Punk pictures on my feed the last few days. But it's great. Now, the one thing that was super weird about this particular design choice, you see that back on the
Yeah,
Legend?
that's
So
weird.
like that's why for me, like I was gonna skip on Miles, even though he has the updated. Like I'm sticking with Sentinel for all of my other guys, but I did get thanks to Diggs, like I got the Spider Punk, I have the Spot, and I thought those 2 look great. But
Yeah, I saw the
they are
spot yesterday. The spot looks great in
Spot
person. It
is
looks really good. Yeah, it looks cool.
he's very expressive. It's just also like, not to just as a point of criticism, but like these are more like bendy gummy,
Uh,
the Hasbro QC stuff is still present with them. But in terms of the look of it, like this is a super expressive figure. And you get the 2 open hands. You could do a lot with this guy. I did end up ordering the Cyborg Spider Woman from Big Bad. I couldn't help myself. I should have helped myself, but
that
that
big,
was
that big one, right?
yeah, it's the big one. I do feel like it should be more of a $40 figure, but it's 58, whatever. I was like, oh,
Oof,
so
really?
I
So
did it. I did it like I don't know.
that's gonna be one. Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, man. That's gonna be one that's gonna be on sale at Target.
That's what I know. Should I just cancel the Big Bad? They always get yelling. They're gonna yell at me.
They're gonna yell at you.
No, they don't yell at me. I'm just kidding. But they charge me, so that sucks because that's gonna be. Well, I
Credit.
guess it doesn't stink so bad. What is it going to be? Big Bad credit, right?
You're gonna use it eventually.
And I'll put it towards like a figure that I'll actually want. You're right. I should have held off. When I did it, I pre-ordered it thinking, okay, I'll get the notice and then like, like it's not coming out yet. Dude, within that day, I got the processing and I'm like, it was a
They do.
pre-order. They got
They
me.
they do that sometimes. Yeah, it happened to me too. They do
So
that.
that was like the one figure I don't want to miss out on it because again, like Sentinel is my Spider-Verse team. Like I'm waiting on actually the Gwen and Spider-Ham I ordered from Ami Ami and they're coming out May of 23. I got an email, so I don't know if that got pushed up. I was trying to figure out if it was getting pushed up or back. I couldn't figure it out. But at the email, I was like, either way, May 23, I'll take it. So I'm super pumped about that. And then I need them to put out Noir. But I love the Sentinel figures. Did you end up? I know you got the Miles. Did you keep them, or did you end up parting
No,
ways?
I got the Miles and I loved it. It was an amazing figure.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up for Spider Verse going Hot Toys. So my
Okay.
Spider Verse stuff is the Hot Toys stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then I didn't want to have Hot Toys and Sentinel. I just like that's too much money being spent.
Right. No, you had to pick a lane, and that's what you're good about too. This is where we help each other with staying in our lane.
Yeah. But that Sentinel Miles was amazing. It was fantastic. It was such a fun figure. It had so many different things and smooth articulation, everything. So
yeah, I mean, that's still one of my favorite toy lines in the last couple of years. Just again, like you said, you nailed it with everything. Um, let's see. Machu just said I used the Spider Punk on the story. That's right. He used Spider Punk on the story to help promote the show today. Thank you again for that, Machu. And he had just picked him up today. Ooh, Cody said Dune Part 2 at the end of the year.
Oh,
did you watch Part 1? I have to rewatch that. It was great.
Yeah, it's so good.
Super awesome. That's right. Oh, because I feel like there's definitely been a lull of like movies.
Yeah.
Right? Of like stuff that I've been excited to watch. Like, I don't know. Like the last couple of weeks, I brought up like a fart in church, right? Some of these movies, like Black Adam, went over like a fart in church. Like it just
Yeah, right.
That one could have been so much better.
I tried to watch Black Adam, and I watched it was one of those that was just I put it on, and then I was doing something else.
Yeah,
it was just on. It didn't get me, you know.
It didn't get me either, and like I know people like it, and that's why I'm not going to try to dump on it. Like I just think it could have been better for what I guess my expectations for what it could have been. I also
when The Rock was saying it's going to change the DC universe forever, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
oh snap! Like,
yeah,
watching it, like it's like any other superhero film, you know?
Yeah, and then like then the stuff that happened with Cavill and like gave up I don't know what's connected about The Witcher or not, or that what a mess. I just feel like that was a whole mess. That's a bummer. Let's see. Your boys got toys. A pass on all the Miles Figs with Mayfix Peter B. Issue catch. Dude, Peter B. Parker from Sentinel. Fantastic. Now, if you talk to like No Chewing, he has him out as his desk figure, but he hasn't shot him yet. But like that Spider-Man, I mean, that's like my go-to if I go to pose and photograph a Spider-Man. I love that Peter B. Parker. That's me. And I also use that gargoyle all the time. If you can get the one with the gargoyle, if you're going to be taking toy pictures with it, because all the time, I love that gargoyle.
I hear really good things about that Sentinel Peter B. Yeah. I had the Mayfix, and I love that thing too with the fields and everything.
Yeah,
that thing was fantastic.
I still have that one. I just keep him in a bin now because it's that where Mayfix was starting to get better with their QC, but there was still like I still had issues with it, and then like
did you?
Well, it's like, I had the elbow joint that was being funky. And even like from a plastic perspective, I feel like my Peter B and my Mayfix Hush Batman are still fine, but they're not like my favorite figures to play with, as opposed to like my Mayfix Dark Knight Superman is this solid beast and he's so smooth and fun. So like, even like my Dark Knight Batman, I felt like was a better figure, like just in terms of quality to the Hush Batman. Like whatever, they just keep getting better. Mayfix is killing it. Like, do you have a bunch of those or no? You did.
Yeah, I have the comic book Spider-Man. I have the comic paint Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I have the symbiote Spider-Man.
Okay.
I have the Dark Knight Superman, Batman, armored Batman. I have like the Cyborg Superman, the Solar Superman.
So so it's all about.
I have quite a few of them. I like it.
That's
I had the Hush Batman, but I sold that one. And I had the Hush Superman as well, and I sold that. But
those are good ones too. I feel like to move. Like I had that perfect time to strike selling that Batman, the blue and gray. And then I sat, I'm like, no, I'm going to keep him. He was my first one. And then they reissued him. And then I'm like, well, I guess he's mine now forever.
Yep, that's what happens. Yep, you got to know when the time is right. That's
I know. You've always been way better about the toy stock market in terms of
stock market. That's what it is.
It is the stonks, the toy stonks. Cody dropped in terms of another movie coming out. The Tetris movie does in fact look really good. I saw the trailer for it the other night on my Apple TV or whatever, but that looks great. Did you see the trailer for that one?
No, I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, it's Eldrin. What's the guy's name that played Elton John and the Kingsman? Okay. Whatever his name is. He's the main character in the movie. He's not the guy that created Tetris, but he's trying to buy the rights to get it produced by Nintendo, and it looks really fascinating. So I am super interested in seeing that. So, but yeah, man. Let's see. It's been out already?
Oh wow.
All right. Well, this is how
I never even heard of it.
when you have the little ones around, sometimes it's hard to stay on top of everything, especially when all my free time, for instance, is absorbed by plastic and toys.
Exactly.
'Cause
Exactly.
oh man. Um, well, Dave, we are approaching that 10 o'clock hour. I've been having such a blast with you, my friend, but I know you and I both return to work tomorrow.
Oh yes.
And I could easily start talking about other toys, but I feel like both of us are slipping into that. Oh crap. We're gonna have
Back
to
to
get up
business.
back to business. It has been a lot of fun being pretending to be a full-time toy guy. I will say that this week. It was a lot of fun. I'm wearing my coaching hat because I'm start coaching track at my middle school. So that's gonna
Oh, do
be
you?
yep. So that's gonna be awesome. But it's also going to just mean how much more tired I'm going to be.
Yeah.
So bear with me, my friends. Like I'm going to be, doing our Insta stuff and posting our pictures and doing all that stuff. So it's just, the ebbs and flows of life.
Yeah, you gotta get those extras, man. That's how it is.
Oh, I know. So yeah, that was it. Gotta get going on that. But Dave, thank you so much. What can we plug? What can we plug for you here? I mean, outside of we know Chatmigos is doing, but give us the YouTube shows that you're a part of, that our buddies are a part of. Let's hear it
Yeah.
all.
Instagram Lago_figs on
Mhm.
Tuesdays 8:15 Eastern time. Chat Migos assemble on the Toy Migos YouTube channel. Make sure you follow the Fallen Fett. He has the Fallen Fett Chronicles on Wednesdays. You also have Thursdays, Toy Migos, They're Not Dolls podcast. That's around 11 o'clock
Mhm.
Eastern time, 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Mhm.
Um, Follow Dario, 80s Baby. Follow Cheney 180. The Chamba, the most amazing artists
Yeah.
ever. Playing with myself, Adam, Jurassic Jesse, 796 Studios. Some great people, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope I'm not missing anybody. I said Adam. Oh, Augie Perez, cool guy, also part of the Toy Amigos. And
Mm.
yeah, so make sure you follow all these guys. Toy Amigos
Yeah.
on Instagram. Really cool stuff. Always fun. Great group of people. Positive
Yeah.
vibes all the time. So
All the time. It's so true. It's so true. Wonderful people, everybody. So again, go check out while you're here over on Instagram. Don't forget to hit that like button, and then go and if you don't already subscribe to some of these channels, go track them down. Again, Toy Migos. Go right to the Toy Migos one. Subscribe. You will not be disappointed. And again, so thank you very much. For me, I will just plug real quick, like tomorrow night on Toy Talk, Realm of Toys 89 is going to be joining Toy Father, Cox Create, Toy Addict 17, and No Chewing. And then Wednesday, we have Machu Toy and Jay Shot 820 with Between Two Sentinels. Fantastic show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then at 8:45. So again, we're not worried about time slots here. We just support. That's why, whether it's live or replay, it's all good. We do the toy pick community top 10 again, Toy Father and No Chewing, and I will be doing that at 8:45. And that's, I think, and I tried it. We always try our best to shout everybody out. But the love is there. Trevor 16 Shooter. Don't forget to sub his page. Rabistan Collectibles. Go check out his toy reviews. Am I hitting everybody? Oh, Captain McKay. God, just go check him out. Just posted another ridiculous stop motion animation video, and had really or a great video of the comic Superman and Mezco Batman review up. So thank you, Captain. Appreciate that. And your boys got toys is gonna head back to the start right now. And he was a track guy, 4x400 and 1600. Fantastic. That's the hardest thing for me to sell on is the long distance for middle school kids trying to get long distance kids. But that's awesome. Your boys got toys. Love that. And I'm trying to think. There was one last thing that I was gonna say. Oh, Cody, Too Much New Toys. Our boy, go check him out on TikTok and Instagram. No toy correspondent video this week. That's okay. Cody was here hanging out, taking a week off. That's all right. Again, I don't pay him, and he doesn't make money. And I'm certainly not going to be like holding him up, Batman style over a building. So no video from us from Cody tonight, but go check out his other stuff. He's been posting really great videos over on TikTok and Instagram, giving me a lot of awesome DVDs and things to look out for at Walmart. So I think I did it. Everybody, right? Did we hit everything, Dave? Are we good?
It's amazing that we have, like, if you're a toy person, toy collector, you have content 24/7 every day of the week.
Yeah.
Different types of content. If you're more into like the positive vibes, you do this. If you're more into like the realistic, like there's people that talk crap all day, you can listen to that too.
Yeah.
So many different things and avenues to go to with toy collecting. It's crazy. It's awesome.
True. Yeah.
And my wife always tells me, like, how can you listen to this stuff all day? I'm like, it's different. They're all different.
They're all different. It's true. They're all different.
We talk about the same things, but different opinions, different ways of navigating those opinions. And it's awesome.
And that's what's good. Yeah. And that's what's great. And then you formulate your own. And that's what the most important thing, being critical thinker. That's an English teacher. You know, I'm going to say, be a critical thinker to come up to your own, your own conclusions. But Dave, thank you again. And I'm going to tell everybody in the chat, and if you were watching the replay, thank you so much. We appreciate truly you taking time out of your life, listening to us talk about toys. Means the world. Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you so much for taking your night up tonight. Appreciate it, buddy. Love you. I look forward to our next toy hunt. We'll be in touch, man.
Awesome.
All right. We'll see you later, everybody. Peace.